Hello, all of you toxic troll dolls of the internet. Welcome back to a new season of What's in the Bag. Your host, Eliza Pancakes. And please, don't feel obligated to stay and watch, as I'm sure there are much more interesting programs on right now, such as a documentary on paint drying, or a documentary on lint. Both better choices, but what do I know? I'm an ex-judge. Now, Baga, you have the pleasure and privilege of being the first eliminated loser of Season 2 of Morgyn's Drag Race. Tell us, how do you feel?
Well, actually, Eliza, my name is Oblivion. Like the Elder Scrolls 4, Oblivion.
Oh, I'm so sorry. My bad. It's just that you're both trash and you were both early outs. Sorry for mistaking you. Anyway, let's talk about the dress that got you eliminated. Let's see what's in the bag. So this thing right here is what got you sent home, Oblivion. Let's take a closer look. Let's get a deep dive going on this. So the topic was Ravishing in red. Now, from your perspective, looking at this from head to toe, you tell me, does it look ravishing and or red?
Well, I think
I'll just drop the fake Sean Connery, Captain Picard accent. We all know you don't talk like that.
Well,
No, the dress is not. The dress is not what? Can you elaborate, please? It's not ravishing in red. It sucks. Okay, alright, at least you're self-aware. I do like the shoes. Can we zoom in? Oh, I guess we can. I like the shoes. The shoes are a good touch. The dress reeks of grandma. It looks like something an old lady would wear to the buffet or to bingo night. And even then, I think most elderly people by now have a good sense of taste to know not to go out looking like crap. And it also probably looks like it reeks of grandma because it smells like it reeks of grandma. Mothball! So, being the first loser of Season 2, you must have a lot of feelings bottled up inside. Why don't you go ahead and dig deep and tell us how you feel a little bit, Oblivion?
well, I mean, obviously it sucks.
I was hoping to make it at least midway through and to wind up in the bottom and sent home in the first episode. It's not something one would foresee when signing up, and it's not something one would want to see when making it to the show. This is understandable coming from a former judge, from your point of view. Actually, from my point of view, had I even seen your audition tape, I probably would have denied you from getting onto the show, because it's clear your taste in fashion is B-A-D bad. And not Michael Jackson bad, I mean really bad. Like bad. Like those animated CGI toenail gremlins bad that they spray the Dr. Scholl's spray on. That kind of bad. Really bad. In case you couldn't tell. You suck. You really suck. I'm sorry, but it's true. So, moving on. Let's talk about this other dress you've got here. So let's look at this. This is kind of bohemian, but this is giving me a single working mom who lives out of the YMCA vibes. The shoes, I can't tell if they're supposed to be high heels or if they're like orthopedic shoes. This looks like it's one of those cheap dresses that are made out of the same material as sweatpants. A jean jacket over a plain t-shirt. I'm assuming this is for episode 2's challenge, which, if I recall correctly, was thrown together. Well, you probably would have won this one, Oblivion, because this is absolutely thrown together. It looks like shit. You care to elaborate on this look, Oblivion? Well, I threw it together to meet the challenge, obviously. And, I mean, the topic of thrown together. What does thrown together really mean? I mean, it could be anything. Does it mean it's a cohesive look? Is it all the same thing? Is it just randomly? Nobody knows. Well, I can guarantee that you didn't know. You didn't know the first episode's challenge was what got your ass sent home in the first place, but I feel like this is such a thrown together mess, you probably would have won it, or at least been safe. Such a shame we'll never know. Well, I'm going to be wrapping up things early here because you're an eliminated loser and there's not really much left to talk about, or there's way too much to talk about that we just don't care to hear about because you're not very interesting. So do you have any parting words for us before I cut away the camera?
You know, Miss Eliza, being a nasty slag of a woman never did anyone any favors. I don't know you and I don't care to know you. You ex-judge.
Oh, he called me an ex-judge. Oh, hurt my feelings. Yeah, see, I might have gotten kicked off the judging panel in episode 1 of season 1, but I got my own show in season 2, and I still have my own show, whereas you were kicked off at the first episode of your competitive season. You probably won't ever come back, and people will forget about you because you're an early out. So, join me next week as I reunite jilted lovers, Mickey Rourke, and a good plastic surgeon. Drama intensifies. Oh. But seriously, tune in next time as we have a much more interesting queen. Toodles!
I mean, that's just like fucking a matter of opinion.